Friend, you have been freed from shame. Today's reflection in finding godly peace by trading toxic thoughts has to do with how to get out of shame. The pre-reading exercise then, write out your toxic thought or feeling, something that brings frustration. Reflect right now on something that has caused shame in your life. Now write out the non-toxic thought, a feeling of appreciation. Maybe reflect on something instead of the guilt and the shame that will focus on hope of a better life. Now, again, as before, put your hand on your heart, feel that it is beating. Focus on your breathing, focus on breathing deeply. Breathe 4 seconds in through your nose and 6 seconds out through your mouth as if through a straw while visualizing on your heart expanding as you breathe in. Now fill your heart with a resultant non-toxic feeling. As we go through today's reading, I want you to maintain your focus on that which you appreciate. She had been bearing shame for a long time. I imagine she had managed to hide this from even those closest to her. But out of necessity, her sworn to secret, doctors knew what was actually going on. And they had used this knowledge to extract much money out of her, probably promising to heal, but instead delivering hopelessness. Mark chapter 5, verses 25 through 29, reading from the ESV, tells us what happened. And there was a woman who had a discharge of blood for 12 years, and who had suffered much under many physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was no better, but rather grew worse. Today, if you suffer from a medically unexplained illness, it is called heart sink. The associated emotions are blame, shame, and hopelessness. Similarly, after 12 years of trying out the world's physicians' provided pills and procedures, she reaches out and she touches the garment of Jesus Christ. In verse 27 it says, she had heard the reports about Jesus, and it came up behind him in the crowd and touched his garment. For she said, if I touch even his garment, I will be made well. Friend, is your heart hurting? It's time for your peace to return. Verse 29 says, and immediately the flow of blood dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed from her disease. So what message are you receiving as I read and go through this reflection? What fun moment is it reminding you of? What is the truth from your life or this moment? Write it down. Maybe the truth is act in hope, act in faith, don't act in fear. Yes, even though you're afraid to go up to Jesus and to touch him, maybe you're used to bumping against him in the crowds, but right now the Bible is saying to you, go to Jesus, touch him, open your heart, invite him into your heart to eat with you, as Revelation chapter 3 verse 20 tells the Christians to do. Write it down. And now the plan. What is a more efficient way to handle your current shame-filled situation? Without judgment, simply smile and accept it. Write it down. And may this help you to find godly peace by trading out your toxic thoughts.